This week aims at proposing a design methodology for developing interactive narrative projects, whose fundamentals have been introduced in the previous lectures. In the last week, we have seen how the contemporary media scenario has been crossed by transformations related to narrative, experience and participation, leading to the development of multi-channel communication strategies and practices of audience engagement. According to this, it is possible to define the multi-channel paradigm as characterized by a proliferation of channels and devices as a result of technological and digital evolution, an increase in the variety and quantity of content that users can access, an increase in the importance that the user plays in the communication scenario. In the previous lectures, we have seen how the contents have become so polymorphous as to require a level of distribution on more than one channel, simply because the monomedia flow is no longer sufficient. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the role of the audience within the contemporary scenario and some aspect of the audience engagement within interactive narrative projects. From a design perspective, we will tackle the issues related to the role of the audience that evolves from spectator to VUP, viewer-user-player, and the motivations that drive them to interact with interactive narrative systems.
Throughout the last decades, several pioneering intellectuals inquired and researched the topics of consumption and media habits, such as the French philosopher and media scholar Pierre Lévy, or the American media scholar and provost professor Henry Jenkins. People have always been oriented towards the personalization of mass culture, with the aim of capturing in it their own meanings and personal path. The first to highlight this trend was the French Jesuit and scholar Michel de Certeau, who adopted the term braconnier. The concept was taken up by Henry Jenkins in 1992, who coined the term textual poachers, a concept that indicates the fun practice of producing user-generated content, starting from the most beloved narrative words. The result has been the overcoming of the separation between author and audience, and the shaping of the so-called participatory culture that, according to Henry Jenkins, is characterized by three main trends: technology, culture, and economy. The first trend, technology, connects with the overabundance of devices and the broad dissemination of digitization and digitalization that allows users to gain access, archive, modify, and circulate the modified content. The second trend, culture, is about the cultural participation of people in the media production, such as the remix and the do-it-yourself culture or the makers. The full professor in sociology of digital media and internet studies, Giovanni Bocciartieri, identified four forms of participation of people with media content: media belonging, media expressivity, collaborative problem-solving, and flow sharing. Four categories that draw a context in which the user not only consumes media, but also wants to participate actively to the content creation. Media belonging refers to all those practices of mediated belonging, leading to the development of a community. An example is represented by the online communities, such as the Facebook group that can be open, closed, or secret. Media expressivity is linked to the opportunity and desire of people to collect media content, manipulate them, and redistribute them. Examples are the text, pictures, audio, or video produced by fans, starting from the main narratives, such as fanfiction, fan movie, and fan art. Collaborative problem-solving is characterized by the aggregation of people to perform tasks and develop shared knowledge. An example is Wikipedia, the free online multilingual encyclopedia created, edited, and kept updated by volunteers around the world. Flow sharing is the last form of participation. It refers to the practice of sharing content with other people through the media flow, such as podcasts, RSS feeds, or peer-to-peer file sharing. Finally, there is the economic trend that have led to the coexistence of commodity culture and gift economy in the marketplace. While in the commercial economy, the main motivation that guides people in the exchanges is money, In the sharing economy, the aims are non-monetary. The result is that in designing interactive narrative projects, we need to keep in mind that the audiences can move between the commodity culture and the gift economy, responding to motivations that can fall outside a classical financial return, such as status, reputation, and mentorship.